Dozens of schools in this area, including this one, have just closed due to the cold weather. But this all comes amid a firestorm. Many people here saying that these videos should be a lesson in not rushing to judgment. The viral encounter has thrust this Kentucky community into a politically charged debate that has police here on high alert.
This morning, classes are canceled at Covington Catholic High. Students were scheduled to return today for the first time since some of them found themselves at the center of a viral video that sparked intense anger online. And that authorities now say led to threats against the teens and the school in Kentucky. This clip showing student Nick Sandman face-to-face with Native American veteran Nathan Phillips quickly exploding across social media over the weekend. Many of the students in D.C. for the March for Life wearing Make America Great Again gear. Some are seen making racist gestures, others jumping around and chanting. A new email from their principal to parents obtained by NBC affiliate WLWT says the incident is being fully investigated by an independent third-party investigator. The school and local diocese had previously condemned the kids' actions and said they were looking at possible expulsion. But defenders of the students say there was a rush to judgment, a fuller picture later coming into view when more videos emerged. A student whose parents did not want his face shown says they were using their school chants to drown out insults from men identified as Hebrew Israelites.
This is a bunch of future school shooters, a bunch of babies made out of insects. Right, trailer park babies.
One of those men says it all started when the students mocked them. The chants continuing when Phillips entered the picture.
There was 3 Native American people there. One of them was jumping up and down, so our guys start jumping up and down, clapping. We're dancing with him. Like, I just don't see how we were. I mean, they were just going along with what they thought was fun.
Nick Sandman, the student who appears to smirk while standing in front of Phillips, blasted what he called outright lies in a statement. Writing in part, "I believe that by remaining motionless and calm, I was helping to defuse the situation. It was clear to me that he had singled me out for a confrontation, although I'm not sure why." Adding, a chaperone gave them permission to perform the school chants. Phillips's account has been interpreted differently. On Saturday, he told the Washington Post he felt threatened by the teens and that they swarmed around him. When he tried to leave, the guy in the hat wouldn't let him retreat. But he's also told the Detroit Free Press that he decided to intervene between the students and the other group, calling it the moment he put himself between beast and prey. He now says Sandman should have accepted responsibility for his actions and should face consequences.
Instead of being expelled, that the students should go through some kind of sensitivity training, that they should cultural education of some kind, and if they don't, then don't graduate.
President Trump weighing in on the controversy overnight, tweeting the students were treated unfairly, with early judgments proving out to be false, smeared by media. Meanwhile, at the nearby diocese later this morning, the American Indian movement plans to hold what it calls a peaceful vigil to confront racism.